StadiumDB.com presents Ranking of La Liga stadiums for the 2023-24 season. Hola! Another La Liga season is upon us, so it's time to return to Spanish stadiums to present you with an updated top 20 of the league's football arenas. However, our compilation will take a different form from last year's. We like the venues in La Liga so much that we have decided to arrange an editorial vote for our favorite stadium. We did not impose rigid criteria on ourselves, and each of our editors could vote at their own discretion for the stadium they liked best. Votes were cast for all 20 arenas of Spain's elite, awarding them between 1 and 20 points depending on their position. We took an average from the votes cast, and this is how our summary was created. So, without further ado, here we go with the ranking of La Liga stadiums by the editorial staff of StadiumDB.com. 20th place, Campo de Fútbol de Vallecas. Capacity 14,708, Rayo Vallecano. We start with the capital, but a less well-known Madrid venue that did not particularly impress us. The arena has 3 stands, 2 of them have 2 tiers and a roof each. And there is a third uncovered one behind the goal, which is occupied by local ultras called Bucaneros. Last season, home matches were watched from the stands by an average of more than 12,500 fans. 19th place, Estadi Municipal de Montilivi. Capacity 13,500, Girona FC. It's time for a visit to Catalonia. It is home to last season's newcomers, who have quietly held their own in La Liga, finishing 10th in the table. In the wake of their promotion to the top division, Girona's small venue has been expanded with temporary stands on the north, south and east sides, adding around 4,000 seats to the capacity of the stadium. 18th place, Estadio de Mendizorrotza. Capacity 19,840, Deportivo Alavés. We move to the Basque country, where the city of Vitoria-Gasteiz is home to current Spanish top division's newcomers. Deportivo's ground took its current shape, with single-tier fully covered stands surrounding the pitch on all sides in the late 1990s, just in time for the upcoming greatest successes in the club's history. 17th place, Estadio Nuevo Los Cármenes. Capacity 19,189, Granada CF. We are in Andalusia, where we are greeted by the venue of their Segunda División winners. Granada's new stadium was built in 1995. The name of the facility refers to the local architecture. Carmen is the name of the typical local house with a garden. The municipal facility was built without a garden, but was very distinctive from the start, as it had as many as 3 tiers of stands at a small capacity, visually gaining in size. 16th place, Visit Mallorca Estadi. Capacity 23,142, RCD Mallorca. Moving to the Balearic Islands. The facility in the capital of the largest of the archipelago's islands is currently under reconstruction. There is no longer any trace of the athletics track, which will allow fans to be closer to what is happening on the pitch. Its place will be taken by additional rows of seats. First, the east stand was rebuilt and now has a canopy in addition to the extra sections. Construction of the new stand behind the north goal started at the end of 2022, and in spring 2023 work began on the west stand. Finally, a new south stand is to be built. 15th place, Estadio de Gran Canaria. Capacity 32,400, UD Las Palmas. From the Mediterranean archipelago we turn our course to the Oceanic Canaries. Another La Liga debutant has been playing in the stadium located in the southern hills of Las Palmas since 2003. The arena was originally used for athletics as well, but after 2014-16 redevelopment, it is now purely for football. The capital of Gran Canaria is bidding to host the 2030 FIFA World Cup, so renderings of the upgraded stadium were shown in 2023. The realization of the project will give the arena a more coherent and modern look, and the capacity of the stands will increase to 44,462 spectators. 14th place, Estadio Nuevo Mirandilla, capacity 25,033, Cadiz CF. Back to Andalusia, the arena in Cadiz has a very favorable location. As a stone's throw from the stadium is the ocean and a beautiful sandy beach, which was important for the results of our vote. The stadium was previously equipped with an athletics track, but this was removed during the redevelopment. This made it possible to erect new steep stands close to the playing field. Since the beginning of 21st century, a multi-phase modernization of the arena has been underway, which was completed in 2012. 13th place, Coliseum Alfonso Pérez, capacity 16,500, Getafe CF. We return to Madrid, specifically to its southern suburbs. The local stadium has stands whose lower level surrounds the pitch on all sides. Currently, all sections of the stands are two-tiered, although their upper levels are not connected. The main stand is located on the west side and is the only one with a canopy. 4 slender lighting masts are placed at the corners of the stadium. 12th place, Abanca Balaidos, capacity 24,685, Celta Vigo. We move on to Galicia, where Celta's facility has been under redevelopment since 2015, which has been carried out in stages. Firstly, the lower level of the north stand was demolished, with a new one taking its place closer to the pitch. This part of the auditorium also received a new canopy. This was followed by the modernization of the main stand on the south side, which included the renovation of the auditorium and back facilities, the construction of a new canopy, and the installation of a facade. In 2023, the next phase of redevelopment was completed, involving the east stand. 11th place, Power Horse Stadium, capacity 15,000, UD Almeria. Our next visit to Andalusia. The stadium in Almeria is located 2 kilometers from the city's main train station and a little further from the city center. The facility was built with the Mediterranean Games in mind and is therefore equipped with an athletics track. The stadium was enlarged to 21,350 seats after Almeria's promotion to La Liga. Since 2012, the club has used additional seats behind the gates placed on the running track, which has reduced the capacity of the arena. We really like the 4 brutalist floodlight masts positioned in the corners. We are at the halfway point, so we would like to ask you to subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to click the bell and to like this material. We also look forward to receiving many of your comments. Thanks! 10th place, Estadi Olympique Luis Companys, capacity 49,472, FC Barcelona. Yes, there is no mistake. In the coming season, Barca will play their home matches at the Olympic Stadium. This means that one of the most famous football arenas in the world, the Camp Nou, will be missing from our ranking, all because of the ongoing redevelopment of the Blaugrana's home venue. Built in 1927 in preparation for the 1928 Expo, the Olympic Stadium was designed with attention to detail and many monumental touches, such as towers, gates and statues. Before the 1992 Olympic Games, it received a major renovation. The historic facades were retained, but inside, completely new 2-story stands were created. 9th place, Estadi de la Cerámica, capacity 23,000, Villarreal CF. In December 2022, a major upgrade was completed at the Yellow Submarine venue. At that time, a new roof covering all the stands, new usable spaces under the stands, all the seats were replaced. New screens were installed and a missing stand in one corner was added. The facade was also completed. The arena from the outside was covered with yellow ceramic tiles. The stadium now has a coherent, unified form, and if you like yellow color, then you will definitely find something you like at Cerámica. 8th place, Estadio Ramón Sánchez Pizjuán, capacity 43,858, Sevilla FC. Here we are again in Andalusia, this time in its capital. The venue, located in the central part of the city, is called La Bombonera by fans. Stadium has the same name as the famous Alberto J. Armando Stadium in Buenos Aires, where the Boca Juniors team plays on a daily basis. Its construction took a very long time, almost 20 years. When it was finally brought to completion in 1974, the facility could accommodate an impressive 77,000 spectators. The monumental mosaic adorning the stadium's facade, which was created before the 1982 Spanish World Cup, is hugely impressive. 7th place, Estadio Benito Villamarín, capacity 60,721, Real Betis. We remain in Sevilla because it just so happened that the venues of the two clubs from that city were next to each other in our vote. Betis venue won literally by a hair's breadth. The Sevilla's Colossus got its current shape after the 2016-17 modernization, with the stadium's previous south stand being demolished and then built from scratch. Thanks to this redevelopment, the stadium's total capacity was increased from 52,000 to 60,720, and the stadium finally lived to see a closed auditorium. 6th place, Estadio Mestalla, capacity 49,430, Valencia CF. The facility has changed many times in its long history. Due to the cramped plot of land it is located on, the auditorium has had to grow upwards, and the current stands are extremely steep. Despite its rich history and impressive presence, the venue's host should have moved out of there a long time ago to the so-called No Mestalla, as construction of a new home for Valencia began as early as 2007. No further progress can be seen in 2023. In the meantime, we're kind of glad, because we like the current Mestalla and we don't want it to be demolished, which is supposed to happen when its successor is completed. 5th place, Estadio El Sadar, capacity 23,516, Club Atlético Osasuna. It's time for the winner of the award for Stadium of the Year 2021. Thanks to your votes, Estadio El Sadar won in our poll, and we liked the decision too. It was the Osasuna fans who decided what the stadium should look like, which further influenced its place in our ranking. The Muro Rojo red wall design was the winner in a vote by the socios. The arena was built on a rectangular plan and is dominated by a roof that resembles a huge red ring. The seats are also red, and at night the arena's facade is illuminated in the same color as well. 4th place, Reale Arena, capacity 40,000, Real Sociedad. We return, not for the last time, to the Basque country. Estadio Anoeta underwent a major refurbishment at the end of the last decade and is completely unlike its predecessor. The massive concrete facade was covered with the ETFE foil, giving the stadium a lightweight feel. A new roof was also created. 4 intersecting main trusses now tower over the arena. They are 150 by 190 meters long, each at least 10 meters high, and placed on 25-meter high columns situated around the stadium. 3rd place, Estadio Santiago Bernabéu, capacity 85,000, Real Madrid. How can this be? Bernabéu only in 3rd place? Well, it turned out that way. The Los Blancos Stadium is currently undergoing a redevelopment, and we simply could not place it higher in our ranking. The current capacity of Real's arena is around 60,000 spectators, which is of course due to the work being carried out there. The good news is that the modernization is to be completed in 2023. Progress is well underway, and the new futuristic facade can already be admired. Under the structure of the new retractable roof, a new 360 video screen will soon be hanging and the foldable pitch will be ready. One of the highlights of the redevelopment of the new Bernabéu is the impressive skywalk, which is to be a space for fans not only during matches. Levels 3, 4 and 5 will house a club museum where Real's extensive trophy collection will be on display. Second place, Civitas Metropolitano, capacity 68,456, Atlético Madrid. Ranked one place higher than the stadium of its eternal rival is the Los Indios venue. Atlético fans will no doubt be pleased with this turn of events. No malice on our part, as the Estadio Metropolitano is a true gem of modern stadium architecture. Its most distinctive feature is, of course, its roof. The above-mentioned canopy, or rather hat, as it resembles the arena's sheathing, has an unusual form, creating an impression of ripples from the outside, while at the same time displaying harmony and rhythm inside the arena. The design by the Cruz y Ortiz studio envisaged digging the playing field 15 meters below ground level and creating 3 levels of auditorium. The first row of the auditorium is only a couple meters from the pitch, which is beneficial for the comfort of watching matches. First place, San Mamés Barria, capacity 53,331, Athletic Bilbao. Here's the winner. Are you surprised? We are not, although we have to admit that the battle for the first place was very close. In the end, the Bilbao venue won, but literally by millimeters. The most interesting thing about San Mamés is its facade, made up of thousands of white panels. The stadium is equipped with a sophisticated illumination system that can be programmed to illuminate the hundreds of modules on the facade in unified colors, or to display flashing as well as moving graphics, for example when a goal is scored. In this respect, the facade is similar to that of Allianz Arena in Munich. Inside, it is not much worse at all. The red-seated stands have 2 levels, which are divided by a small strip of business customers. The venue has more than 200 seats for the disabled and their carers. Inside, there is also a club museum, where you can learn about the club's rich history of more than 120 years. The spectacular appearance of the stadium has made it a tourist attraction. The facility has also collected plenty of international architectural awards. And that's the final stadium in our editorial ranking of La Liga stadiums for the 2023-24 season. Do you agree with that choice? Or maybe you have your own types? Let us know in the comments which stadium should win in your opinion. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more content. Adios amigos!